We are live. Welcome to
All
the
right.
podcast. So tonight, Monday Night Raw is pre-recorded there in the UK. I just want to go ahead and state that right now so that you guys know that tonight Raw is pre-recorded. Some of you guys probably already know what's going on, but we do not. We're going in this dry, so we're going to be playing this just like we do in every prediction. We're going to be predicting what's going to be happening. Now, there is a couple little hints that we do know, so we'll talk about that a little later. But I don't want to upfront like see any spoilers or anything like that. I mean, if any of you guys know any information and you guys want to share it in the chat or want to come on the podcast talk about it, more than welcome to. But as of right now, we do not know what the outcomes are of tonight's pre-recorded match. So we've got Cody Rhodes to return to Raw. We've got Rhea Ripley going to be kicking off Raw tonight. So they have stated that Rhea Ripley will be on Raw, kicking it off tonight's show. And then we've also got Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill. They are going to be taking on Damage Control. So that's going to be a title defense there. Yo, what's up, King? And then we got Kofi Kingston going to be taking on Braun Breaker. And then we're going to have R-Truth and The Miz in a fight as well. So we're going to have a lot of that stuff to cover. So just make sure you guys drop a like, hit the subscribe. Me and King will keep you guys up to date on what's going on with the stuff every Monday and Friday. So just be sure we keep this stuff over here on the wrestling channel. I do post podcasts up over on the main channel. I unlist the podcast and then we'll, you guys can still view it either way because they're in unlisted playlist, whatever. But yeah, so we've got a lot to talk about tonight compared to what we have past couple nights. SmackDown was really good last over the weekend. So last Friday, SmackDown was pretty good. We'll talk about some of that stuff a little later. But
I don't know how long I can stay because I think turkey dinner is about to be done soon.
all
So,
good. So we can go ahead and start rolling through this stuff, my dude, if you're down.
all
So
right, let's
Rhea
start.
Ripley's going to be kicking off Raw tonight. As you guys know, she showed up at SmackDown on Friday. Uh, so there was a huge clash. Nia Jax got beat by Naomi. So it's going to be interesting to see what's going to happen there. But Liv Morgan showed up and helped her win. And Rhea Ripley showed up afterwards and basically annihilating everybody. So that was kind of crazy stuff there. But
Already starting beef between the two champions. All right, it's getting
yep.
good. Which
Because
kind of makes me think, Nia Jax will probably be here tonight.
possibly that could be possible if that could be possible actually the more I think about it. Rhea Ripley and probably get attacked or something. I don't know. I mean, she did get involved with that, so I mean, to an extent. I mean, she kicked Nia at the end. Like, she don't care who's in her way. She's going after Dominic and Liv, regardless of the situation. So,
Yeah.
Nia was there, and it just happened to happen. But they've been doing a lot of back and forth stuff with, like, Cody Rhodes and all that stuff, so. And that's just mainly for the Crown Jewel stuff. So that's probably why we're seeing that type of a SmackDown and Raw type of a back and forth with people here. But that's probably the only reason that I could say we would possibly see Nia Jackson, Tiffany, is because she hit her there. And not saying she didn't have a reason to. I mean, she kind of didn't. She was beating up Liv anyways, but she's like, nah, Liv's mine, and you're in the way. So
Mm-hmm.
what do you think's gonna happen, King?
Well, obviously Judgment Day is gonna interrupt her. They're gonna challenge them to a match and all that bullshit. So, and then probably Nia Jax is gonna come out and uh talk shit about Liv Morgan for their match at Crown Jewel.
Which you're probably right, because I'm not gonna say like spoilers or anything necessarily, but I did kind of see some on TikTok right after Raw was over or right after SmackDown was over, because they pre-recorded it and showed it to everybody right after SmackDown ended, so people that were there live got to see two shows. But I did see something regarding Nia Jackson, I think Liv Morgan on Raw tonight, so it's gonna be
Mm.
interesting. But we do not. But as far as I know, I don't know what goes on as far as matches. So like I said, I don't know if you've seen anything, King, but I know I've seen that. And other than that, I have not looked at anything, looked up any matches, or seen any videos regarding this Raw tonight. So,
I have not seen
but yeah,
anything.
Rhea's kicking off Raw tonight, so that's kind of what to expect there. Uh, what topic would you like to talk about next?
Um, Probably the women's tag team match tonight.
Yep. All right.
Now
So
I
we
say
got.
this every week. I say this every week, but this is an opportunity for Dakota Kai or Asuka to come back.
Yep, and you're probably right about that. The only way that they're probably going to win is if they have help, because I don't think they're going to be able to do that by themselves. I mean, the Kabuki Warriors are going to. I don't know if that's what they're calling them, just damage control right now.
I think they're still damage control.
Yeah, because Kabuki Warriors was Asuka and Kyrie, so right now it's just
Mm.
um, Io and Kyrie Sane, because there's obviously two in the picture that aren't there right now. But if any of those
Dakota
two
Kai's
return, that would definitely be a distraction, and that would definitely throw Bianca and Jade off. But like I said, Jade and Bianca are kind of like stout right now, so it's going to be kind of hard to take their belts away from them. And I don't think that they'll lose tonight, but if they do, um, I don't know what to expect from that point on. It would just probably be something that's going to wrap up into Crown Jewel, because I know that they'll have tag titles on the line at Crown Jewel, whether or not Bianca and Jade have them, but hopefully they do. So I like Jade and Bianca. I mean, they do seem kind of unstoppable when they're together.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it could be interesting tonight. We could possibly see a return. Um, but who knows? Who knows exactly what's going to happen tonight as far as that goes? I'm predicting that Bianca and Jade will retain the titles unless we do see some of one of those two in the picture return. So for Dakota or why do I keep wanting to say Io? It's not Io. The Asuka,
It's Io.
because that's the match tonight. But basically, if either one of those two return, Asuka or Dakota, that's probably going to give a distraction to um, Bianca and Jade. So that's kind of what I would expect there. So that's probably the only way that they would lose the titles tonight,
Mm-hmm.
is if there was a return or as a distraction, because I don't think Kyrie and Io will be able to do that successfully tonight unless there's some weird mishap, or they're able to get lucky and get something off and be able to hold one of the two out of the ring for the other one to pin. I just don't see it happening tonight because I feel like it's going to happen at a pay-per-view.
Well, returns have happened in non-pay-per-view
Yeah.
settings.
No, I'm not talking about like the return. I just think that Jade and Bianca won't lose the titles unless it's in a pay-per-view. Like I feel like they're gonna carry him to Crown Jewel, and they'll probably lose him to Crown Jewel, someone at Crown Jewel, you know, because they are probably gonna have those titles on the line, I would imagine, right? Because we've got
Mm-hmm.
two champion versus champion matches, right? Because we got women's champions, and then we got obviously the men's champions. So you got Cody Rhodes and Gunther, and then you got um, Liv and what is it, Naomi right now, or was that wasn't a title match last week, was it?
I don't think it was.
Yeah,
No.
it wasn't a title match, so it's gonna be Nia Jax. So
It was Naomi
it
versus
was just kind of like a Liv hit the door in her face type of thing, showing her how
yeah.
Judgment Day rolls.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think Bianca and Jade will probably retain.
Maybe.
All right, you want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah. You choose the topic.
All right, R-Truth and The Miz. R-Truth and The
All
Miz
right.
are going at it. So as you guys know, Bad Blood, R-Truth returned, and then what was it, last Monday, when they had their fight with AOP, The Miz hit
Yeah.
or did something, didn't he? I forget exactly what he did to R-Truth, but he hit him, and then now, or
Kicked him in
yeah,
the
now the
beat
Miz
him with it.
wants nothing to do with R-Truth. R-Truth also said he's not a part of the Judgment Day anymore, but the Miz is just kind of sick of his crap, and they're going one-on-one tonight, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Um, yeah, it's just this is crazy that this is happening because it's like R-Truth doesn't really mean any harm, but he is doing harm in a way, by getting R-Truth these matches that they're not gonna win, or just these crazy matches that should just never be a thing. Like for instance, The Miz and Bronson Reed, like, and then obviously Bronson Reed ended up taking R-Truth out in the end, and now R-Truth's back, so. And The Miz wants
Yeah.
something to do with him. Which, I mean, I don't blame The Miz in a way, but then again, it's like, come on, man. Don't have that hard of feelings, to be honest. Shouldn't be taking it that serious. Because they are a tag team, and they are awesome without R-Truth, so.
Mm-hmm. Last week they revealed that the Wyatt Six seemed to be after Karrion Kross or The Miz.
Yeah, they did.
So
They did hint that last week too. Good you mentioned that because I almost forgot about that. They did tease The Miz because of the way he's acting.
yeah.
That's why they went after
Yeah.
Gable. Now that they've straightened somewhat Gable out, now they can go after The Miz and straighten him out.
Yeah. Who knows? Maybe tonight we'll see something from the Wyatt Six about The Miz or Karrion Kross.
Oh yeah. You didn't
Although
see I'm wearing my Cody Rhodes Christmas
nice. I think the
sweater.
teasers for the Wyatt Six coming back happened before The Miz betrayed R-Truth, so I think they're going after Karrion.
Oh yeah, easily.
Yep.
All right. Well, there really
Unless The
ain't too
Miz.
much to talk about here other than like maybe someone getting involved, like Bronson Reed, maybe carrying Cross or something. I do not know regarding that, but we'll end up seeing what's gonna happen. It will R-Truth and The Miz work things out, or will it just be the end for the Awesome Truth?
I honestly think The Miz as a heel is uh like I think The Miz is better as a heel.
Yeah,
He's so good.
yeah. The Miz is a pretty good heel, and people love it.
I
I'm
I
telling
think
you,
I
people
remember
love The
one
Miz for
time.
being heel. Like I know people hate him. They say they hate him, but they don't actually hate him. Now Dominic is a different hate. Yeah, that's a different question. That's another story.
Yeah. I remember like one time like when The Miz was heel, people were cheering for The Miz instead of cheering for whoever his opponent was
I know.
because he was so good at being heel.
But heck yeah, R-Truth, Miz, one-on-one tonight. I don't know if this is main event or if we'll get like something regarding the main event. I don't know exactly what could be main event other than the tag titles maybe, but I don't think they would make that main event. I think they would make that like in the middle of Raw. It's only 2 hours tonight as well. It's going to be 2 hours up until Netflix. So
Well,
just
Jay
keep
said
it
he
in
wanted
mind.
to be a fighting. Jay said he wanted to be a fighting champion, so maybe he could have an open challenge or something tonight.
Yeah, that is true there. All right, what do you want to what next? Because I know you want to go get food and stuff will be probably done for you.
I could probably talk about one more thing, and then I probably gotta go.
All right, yeah, because I'm gonna have to get off here shortly too. But I'm gonna run through everything as well. What do you want to do, Kofi Kingston, and
Yeah,
then
probably that one.
I can end talking about Cody.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so Braun
Sorry,
Breaker
we're
and
on like
Kofi Kingston.
we're on pretty tight schedules tonight. It's Columbus Day, technically Thanksgiving in Canada, but
Yep,
yeah, so everyone's on a tight schedule.
all good. Do you want to talk about this a little bit here, since I've been kind of like
Yeah,
mainly talking about
yeah,
everything. let you give a chance to
Yeah.
talk about something.
So last week, Braun Breaker, um, who everyone thought was gonna go babyface, just surprisingly, like, turned on Jey Uso and speared him when everyone thought like, oh, he's gonna be babyface now, and now he's like even more confusing.
It makes me wonder because it's like he almost reminds me of a mini Brock Lesnar. Like you can't trust what he does. Like even if he like shakes your hand,
or mini
he
Gold,
could be your worst enemy.
or mini Goldberg maybe.
Yeah. I never really watched a lot of Scott Steiner stuff, which I know is his dad. So I couldn't really tell you based off of that stuff. But I'm sure his dad kind of had the same kind of a personality in a way. Unless he's just doing his own thing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
I know he is he doesn't have the Steiner type of name. He just has um Ron Breaker.
A
He got his
breaker.
own special name.
Yeah.
So yeah, they're going at it. So they got some unsettled business that they're going to be taking care of here in this situation. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens regarding um, this, because Breaker speared Jey Uso last week, ending Raw. I'm pretty sure, wasn't it? Or was that the end of Raw? I can't remember if that was the end of Raw or not. There was been so much going on with like the Randy Orton situation and Kevin Owens and all that stuff, guys. So. I'll try to talk about a little bit of that here shortly. But yeah, Braun Breaker, Kofi taking it on. Breaker's probably going to win this unless Jey Uso gets involved with it, which is probably what's going to happen.
I
Uh,
think even if like I think even if Jey Uso gets involved, Braun Breaker's winning this match.
yeah, Breaker will still win this match regardless, I think, unless it gets disqualified because Jey Uso gets in the ring and spears him.
I really hope like they don't I'm sure they're gonna give Breaker another championship match, but I hope they don't make him I hope they don't make him champion again because I already like Jey Uso as champion right now.
Yeah, I'd rather Breaker go for something bigger, at this point. Like maybe
Like
maybe maybe we'll see a Gunther match in the future.
they already teased him going up against Gunther a couple weeks ago.
So what I'm thinking is like I think Gunther will probably win against Cody Rhodes at Crown Jewel to get the Crown Jewel
Mhm.
belt, you know what I mean? And then
Yeah.
I don't know how. See, this is my question with the Crown Jewel belt. So the Crown Jewel belt, will that be able to be defended aside from your championship belt, or is that something that establishes you and you can only like you carry it until Crown Jewel next year and then you got to defend it against another champion? Or like how
I
does
think
that
it can
work?
only be I think it can only be defended in Saudi Arabia shows because they said like they said something about how the belt can is only going to be shown in Saudi Arabia shows.
Yeah, that's going to be
Uh
interesting.
yeah, I don't know how this works. I guess we'll find out in a couple weeks.
Yeah. All right. So really, the last thing we talk about is Cody Rhodes. I don't know if you got a couple minutes. We can talk about that for a second. Because
I
I want to talk
I
about the Randy Orton situation real quick. Because this is kind of crazy. The craziness that's going on with Kevin Owens and Cody Rhodes. Aside from Cody Rhodes trying to come to Raw and Cody Rhodes has a lot on his plate. He's got um Gunther. He's
yeah.
got to take over. He's got Kevin Owens running wild, turning on him, and Randy. Like, in my opinion, I think Randy should take care of the Kevin Owens situation. He's been trying to say he's going to take care of Kevin Owens for the past couple of weeks, and he still hasn't been able to keep him under control. So I feel like if Kevin Owens and Randy Orton were to get into a fight, they could fight again. The only reason why Kevin Owens is acting the way he's acting is because of Cody Rhodes working with Roman. You know how Roman
I'm just
Reigns
gonna
worked back in the day.
I just want to say something real quick. Whenever Kevin gets into beef with someone, it's beef. Like it's beef.
Yeah.
Um like for example, with like Logan Paul, like that's beef.
Yeah,
They like will hate each other.
Yeah, like Kevin Owens is legit. Like when he has beef, he's on you. Like look at all the times the Judgment Day has beat him up, but he still kept fighting him. You know what I mean? And he's still fighting them to this day. And now that Cody Rhodes is like had the same thing, and he helped Cody Rhodes in a way. You know, like that's how he's champion. Cody Rhodes wouldn't be champion if it wasn't for
KO,
all of his friends. You know, and same with Roman. It
and
wouldn't
KO
be
puts, like,
champion if it wasn't for all of his friends. You know what I mean?
yeah, like KO puts so much passion into being a heel, into like having beefs, into being angry. I
It's
love it.
good at it. It's awesome. Like I don't want to
Unfortunately,
see Kevin Owens like get trashed on, but it's like at this point, it's like it's gold for it's cinema. It's like entertaining, you know, because especially if we get a
so
Kevin Owens and
unfortunately,
Randy Orton match, like look at all these people that Kevin Owens has had matches with, like uh Stone Cold Steve Austin, like all these John Cena, like Randy Orton's
Dylan,
one on the list too.
Dylan,
What's up?
I have to go.
All right, you have a good one, King.
All right, bye.
Yep,
Sorry,
yep.
I have to leave so early. It's just uh dinner with family.
All
So
good, King. You have a good one, my friend.
thanks, you too. Bye, everyone.
So yeah, Cody Rhodes is going to be on here to talk tonight. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there as far as Cody Rhodes and the Gunther situation, because you guys know Gunther and Cody Rhodes are going to be going up at Crown Jewel. It's crazy with all the Kevin Owens stuff as he got attacked at Bad Blood. Um, just Cody Rhodes has a lot on his plate right now. I think he's the one that's got the most on his plate at the moment, aside from maybe Rhea and Damian having all the Judgment Day stuff that they're going on. Like I don't know. It just seems like I don't know. Here the past couple weeks, SmackDown hadn't really been that interesting, and then all of a sudden, like last Friday, it was like a whole huge turn. Like SmackDown was super interesting last week. Raw this week is pre-recorded, so like some of you guys probably already know what's going on. But like I said, I went in fresh. I don't know anything that's going on tonight. I do not want to know until we see Raw tonight. I didn't want to give you guys like any spoilers or anything like that because I just didn't want to look into that. The only thing that I really seen was a little clip on TikTok about Tiffany and Nia Jax being there. So they should be on Raw tonight. But other than that, the reason why it's pre-recorded is because they're doing UK stuff right now. So they're over there touring in UK, doing matches off camera. So they had to have a lot of their superstars for that. So that's why they pre-recorded that. I don't think Friday Night SmackDown is pre-recorded. Uh, so yeah, I don't think SmackDown's pre-recorded. They should probably be back for SmackDown, but at least the superstars for SmackDown. But I haven't really looked much into that. We'll talk more about that on SmackDown and more of the KO and Cody Rhodes situation and stuff there. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. I really appreciate you guys all tuning into the podcast. It's kind of a shorter podcast tonight. It's only a few, like 25-minute long podcast. But we'll get that uploaded on the main channel. Kind of gives you guys a little bit of an idea of what's going on, and it actually works out because it's pre-recorded, so don't really need to talk about a whole lot of stuff because most of you guys probably already know. But we're just giving you guys our thoughts on what we do, and like I said, me and King do this every Monday and Friday. We might eventually tip in NXT, but I haven't really been that into NXT unless like there's some superstars that are going over to NXT and they get something involved. But other than that, I'm anxious to see what's going to happen. Like just with all the stuff that they got going on in the future, like Royal Rumble will become right around the corner. There's going to probably be a lot of big returns, some maybe even some TNA superstars involved, like we seen last year. Maybe see Joe Hendry there. I don't know. It's just going to be interesting to see what happens. I do appreciate you guys all tuning in to the second channel here. Uh, I'm trying to get some of my WWE stuff trimmed up so you guys can see some of the stuff here on the second channel. But other than that, hopefully you guys all have a great rest of your day. Like I said, we do this every Monday, Friday. Join the Discord. You guys can join in here when we do the podcasts. Do live predictions with us. You guys are more than welcome to. But we put this on this main channel, Dylan Find Out One. I got a main channel. We do gaming, all kinds of crazy stuff over there. But yeah, we ended up moving all the wrestling stuff over to the second channel. So I do appreciate all the support and everything on all the videos and stuff we've been doing. I do appreciate that. And like I said, I got a lot of content I'd like to get reposted back up on the second channel for you guys, but I'm going to do a lot of trimming. If not, hopefully we should be all good. But other than that, I appreciate you guys. Hopefully you guys will have a great rest of your day. And this was the podcast, the 10/14/2024 for Monday Night Raw predictions. And we'll see you guys